Welcome back. This time we are here once again in Miami for obviously the Miami Grand Prix, but on this occasion it's something quite different. You'll notice when we make our way out of the pit lane, a certain something has been turned off once more. Back to no line we are going. We are fully committing now because we want to be able to fully get used to it so we can obviously compete once again in the high ranks of sim racing, or in the more famous leagues of sim racing, to be able to improve the social profile, etc., just to be able to try and make some progress in what the dream is, to make it to the top of sim racing and just be a decent content creator whatsoever. But all the while, down the main straight towards turn number 1 we will go, rotate the car, flick it in, then we go make our way towards turn number 2. Don't do what Max Verstappen did and spin it around. We go then flat through turn 3 before we approach the S section of turns 4 and turn number 5. Get it rotated through turn 4 and then turn 5 a little bit wider than we could have gone. Then we go through turn number 6 and then through turn number 7. Apexes are optional, it seems to slap as we get a tank slapper on the exit of the corner. Then we make our way flat through turn number 8 and then we go flat through this left kink of turn number 9 before we go braking at turn number 10, approaching the corner now. Brake around just before that black box and then flick the wheel in, but I feel like I broke a bit too early and rotated a bit too early, so we cut the inside. But anyway, we are going to go on the same set of tyres once again, just a couple laps, just literally a couple seconds later, pushing on once again, rinse and repeat. Through turn 1 we go, much better. Through turn 1 it felt, the times didn't really show it. Then we go through turn 2 and turn 3, that was much better. We gained all the time back, more or less level now with our time, before we go towards turn number 4 and turn number 5 a little bit deeper than we would have wanted. It got the inside of 5 perfectly. We go through turn 6 before turn number 7, 2 tenths down on our time, but we're going to gain all of our time back. And once again we have a little bit of a moment there. We've gone from 2 tenths down to a tenth and a half up, make that 1.7 tenths up. We go flat through 8 and then towards flat through turn number 9. Trixie original pole to 25.1. I'm not expecting to be anywhere near that whatsoever because of the fact that we are on the line. The Sauber head goes wide to let us through. That put me off quite a lot, like really a lot more than you'd expect as we make our way through a chicane of turn 14 and turn 15 before the hairpin at turn 16. Get it rotated, then power down the back straight, battery burning all the while. DRS will be enabled in 200 meters time. DRS now enabled as we now make our way towards turn number 17. This will be the favourite overtaking spot, you would think, because of how long you get the DRS for. We then flick the wheel in, take arguably a bit way too much curb, so we apply the power. Another moment on the exit, flat through 18 and then flat round turn 19 to complete our first valid lap. It is a 1:26.5 and P6. On our second lap, you can see we are 3.5 tenths up, made that 4 tenths, made that 5 tenths up, and you see yellow flag instantly ahead, and Trixie spun the car, and I've had to clatter in because I didn't really have enough time to react to it. So that lap is done and dusted. We will have to do it in this one lap around the final corners on the racetrack. We go over the start finish line, burning the battery down to 75 before we apply the brakes through turn number 1, get it rotated in, perfect apex. Then we go through turn number 2 and turn number 3, using all the curb possible to make sure we can gain as much time as possible. We are already 10th and a half up and make our way towards turn 4 and turn number 5. Get it perfect for turn 4, get it on the limit through turn 5 and then turn 6 using all the inside curb. We then go towards turn number 7, so get a bit more careful so we can get a better exit. No moment this time, and look at that, look at the time gain already, or more or less 4 tenths to the good on our personal best as we go flat through 8 and flat through 9 before we arrive at turn number 10, another one of the favoured overtaking spots as we go under braking for turn number 10. Flick the wheel and could have used a lot more circuit on the right side to open up the corner a lot more, but nonetheless we are 8 tenths of a second up as we make our way towards the chicane of 13 and turn 14 and 15, before turn 16. Rotate the car in, apply the power, and we are almost a second up, 9.5 tenths up on our personal best. The game saying purple, do I believe that? No. But we can continue on down the back straight, down towards the final corner, the final braking zone of the lap. And now we make our way through 17 and apply the power. And towards the line we go. Look at that, 1.1 seconds up as we come over the line. It's going to be a 25.4, matching our PB in practice. It's up to P3 provisionally at this current moment in time, but you can just see now our teammate and Nisev both jumped ahead of us, so we will be lining up P5 unless TJ can do anything. I highly doubt he will. Over the line, TJ stays in P10. Gordon not improving as well, so we are lining up P5 for the Miami Grand Prix in a race where it should be exciting. There's your qualifying results. Then Cookie from Nisev, Trixie, then an all Ferrari 4 and 5, and there you go. Not what we wanted, considering we're learning no line. The race is fully into, so in conditions where we did barely any practice, we will have to ensure that we can be competitive. We go to the 5 red lights on. It's 5 lights ahead of us all. 5 on, and it's 5 out. And away we go on the run down towards turn number 1. It seems to be a quite sluggish start from us. You see our teammate looking on the inside in the 7 Cookie. 2 by 2 by 2 between the top 6 in the Grand Prix. The top 8 in the Grand Prix, all 2 by 2. As the 3rd and 4th go single file. And we get ahead of Gordon around the outside. And now we make our way. Look at the top 2 side by side. Then the Racing Bulls go wheel to wheel. LWB and our teammate goes deep. And then we look around the outside at turn number 5 with a lovely manoeuvre in the interconditions, making the move, getting it to stick, and then we're going to think of a lunge on the inside of the Sev, but the Sev slams that door shut. We back out of it, and Gordon gets by our teammate as well as we go on the rundown towards turn number 10, and the DRS will not be enabled because of the rain-soaked conditions, and there's your safety car as we now skip to the safety car coming in on this lap. We haven't had a full lap at racing speed as of yet, so we have to make sure we don't make too many mistakes. Mistakes will be a virtue because of how little practice and how little driving we've done in the rain with no line. But you can see Cookie from Trixie from the Sev, the championship leader of Trixie is ahead of us as we go to race, and Cookie pulls the plug early and we go a little bit deeper. You can just see not getting the rotation and applying the power now flat through turn number 18 and turn number 19. Gordon is right on our rear as we go in towards turn number 1. We are already 7.5 tenths behind as we go in towards turn number 1. You can see 8 tenths behind already. Once again, an apex has been completely missed there as we go through turn 2 and turn 3, already 1.1 seconds behind. And I could already tell this was going to be quite the painful race in comparison to the front runners, because just already showing many signs of a lack of pace, really, as we go on to lap number 5, making our way down towards turn number 17. We're not opting to use our battery. Gordon completely depleting the battery as we go wheel to wheel with Gordon now in the kick Sauber. In the Ferrari we apply the power. Gordon gets to move it now. We could maybe try and re-challenge into turn number 1. We'll be gaining all the while. Gordon will not have a lot of battery left, but now as we make our way in towards turn number 1, I'm way too focused on Gordon. I completely forget to brake. It's basically a reaction to seeing Gordon brake. I panic brake, go the deepest I've ever gone at turn 1, and luckily not in a wall, luckily not hitting Gordon, but nonetheless we have lost the position. But now resume battle, this time with Star on the run down towards turn number 10, where side by side will go through turn number 10 before we approach turn number 11 here. We're on the outside, we are going to hold it, and then we will have the inside line for turn number 12 and 13 before we go through the chicane of 14 and 15, leaving each other as much room as possible. We go then through turn 16, we skate the curb, hit the tyre, wheel banging now as we make our way down the back straight, down towards the final corner of the circuit, down towards turn 17. I don't think Scar's got a lot of battery left. Look at the overspeed that we have got. We just suddenly gained so much, and then we look around the outside, got a roar around the outside of the Williams under braking. Side by side we run, a little bit of wheel banging there as we apply the power. Star will get the move completed for now, but this is not over yet. Look how close we are, just under a tenth and a half behind. If we make our way down towards turn number 1, Star's got the inside, we've got the outside line. We're going to brake early, try and get the old switcheroo as we apply the power, get back alongside the Las Vegas liveried Williams, and then we both go off the circuit, apply the power once again. Our teammate looking to go around the outside, but then we have the inside line to command the position. Then we look around the outside line, wheel to wheel we remain, around the outside of Star, and then Star rolls back around the outside. He then has the inside line in towards turn number 6. Our teammate then looking on the inside towards turn 7, but we go for a dive on the inside turn number 7, wheel to wheel with Star. It's not really doing our race any good, but this is really entertaining. This was so much fun at the time as we make our way now down towards turn number 11 here, and you can just see that our teammate looking around the outside. We're going to try and still hold this down on the inside. We got the wheel, we're wheel to wheel. We got our front tyre along the rear tyre. Side by side, we go minor contact and a major tank slapper, full 180 rotation. As now around the outside, we're going to try with Echo as our teammates wheel to wheel with Star in towards turn number 14 and turn number 15. Side by side, we go ourselves an Echo once again. We leave Echo the room. Echo leaves the circuit. We make the move on the McLaren, and once again, we've gone from 5th down to 7th, but that is phenomenal racing here. And now we skip to lap 14, and we are right behind our teammate who did ever actually pull over a second away from us, but we've regrouped ourselves, and we have found some more time and draining the battery down towards turn number 11, gaining wheel to wheel past the Ferrari, and the two Scarlet Ferraris do swap around, and we are through into the top 6 as our teammate. You can just see there, slightly taps us in the rear, gives us a little bit of a moment, but nonetheless we are through into the top 6. And now we go on to lap number 14 into pit lane. Comes Gordon in the kick sour. My plan here was to go as long as possible on this set of tyres. Our teammate as well comes into pit lane. The plan here was to go as long as possible so we can have as fresh tyres as possible. Because of the track drying up, we want to ensure that we have as much tyre life as possible. You can just see, there's your Miami bug. Our teammate's just set a 2-second lap time. He's now a lap ahead of everyone. But now we go on to lap 16, Star in the pit lane, Nisev in the pit lane as well. So we are behind Nisev, which was expected really. Now you can see, making our way down towards turn 17. Yellow flags are out behind, and a virtual safety car deployed. And that's come out at a perfect opportunity for us. Into pit road we are going to go here. And this is going to be the cheapest pit stop possible for us. It's come out at a perfect time as we come around the final corner. And into pit lane we go. Hopefully we don't get the bug. The pit crew go to work. And we don't get the bug, luckily. So we can continue to run our normal race here, which will be very optimal. So we don't have to do any slowing up, don't have to wait for anyone. We can just continue to pursue our goal here. But it's going to be really, really close with the Williams. See the Williams ahead there, but the safety car line's there. And we get ahead just before the safety car line. So that VSC has gained us a position here, and we are able to hold on to the position. I don't know what Star was trying to do. We had the position that he's trying to overtake us, but you can go see we skipped to the VSC ending, and once again, battle will resume. We head down the back straight, making our way towards turn 11. Once again, you can see Star's got lower wings in comparison to us, as Star's going to look for the outside line, wheel to wheel, in towards turn number 11, side by side. We will run, but we get the car stopped, we get the car rotated, park it on the apex, and keep the position ahead of Star. But nonetheless, it will still be a continuous battle because we know we haven't got the pace in comparison to Star. So it's just going to be a matter of ensuring that we can hold on for as long as humanly possible as we make our way. We haven't got a lot of battery left to play with. Making our way down towards turn number 17 here. You can just see Star has plenty more battery. But then it seems like he runs out of it halfway down the straight. In the sense he starts super clipping somewhat. As now we are going to keep this on the inside. I thought I broke early here, but it seems not. We can't get the car stopped. Very deep. Star goes for the old switcheroo out 17. But now as we make our way down the main straight, down towards turn number 1. On to lap 18 we go once again. We have now got the inside line. Wheel to wheel we go. More tyre banging here as we look on the inside line. Wheel to wheel we go. Star around the outside. Then it'll be the inside for turn 2. We get pinched on the curb. No room going, but doesn't matter. It's hard racing. Around the outside, Star will go to hold 6th place in the Grand Prix here. But now on the white, you can see yellow flags are ahead. Our teammate has waited up that whole lap he had gained in the pit stop bug, and he has given back positions to absolutely everyone that he was going to have overtaken. He given up position back to people who he was going to be behind. He did a little bit more actually than he probably should have, to be honest. As now we go down on lap 28, down towards turn number 11, and our teammate had immense pace. Fair play to him. Wheel to wheel we now run on the inside he goes, and look at us, we drift it, and that is literally picture perfection there. If we didn't slide, we would have made contact there from the stream shot. So our oversteer actually saved us here. We are having such a bad couple of corners now. We go through turn number 16. I think we might have got hit there because I've had a major slide mid-corner, barely applying the power. But as we make our way down towards the final corners of the circuit on the final lap of this Grand Prix, our teammate will be gaining the whole straight. We've got battery to use for the whole straight, and our teammate's going to command the inside. I want the dry line so I can feel like I can brake later, and we're going to go around the outside. Our rears lock as we slightly rotate in, and then our teammate is able to apply the power, and our teammate on the final lap, on the final corner, was able to get us. So it's going to be P7 for us, P6 for our teammate, 6th and 7th for Scuderia Ferrari. And in a race where we barely practiced in the rain and on no line, I was delighted with that. I was actually quite happy with it. P7 for ourselves on no line in the rain. It's not something we can complain about. And you can see here the race results. Cookie from Trixie from the Sev, Golden Star. Our teammate, ourselves, Zeno, Ollie and Malad, your top 10. But if you enjoy, consider liking and subscribing. And we will see you all for the next one. Ciao, adios. I am done.